Hi, this is Tracey from GiftBasketAppeal, and today we're going to be upcycling this oatmeal box into a beautiful Christmas flower box. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is cover my oatmeal box, and I decided that I would use this ribbon from Dollar Tree, but it's sheer, so I'm going to have to paint this box like underneath, just maybe put a layer of a darker paint. I'm going to use this metallic chocolate brown, but you can use like a regular brown paint, something darker, just so to cover up the artwork or the image that's on this box, since this is a little bit sheer. So I could already see, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I already can see that it will be showing through, so I don't want this to show through. The other thing is, you don't have to use just an oatmeal box. There's some square like tissue boxes that would work for this technique. You can also use an oatmeal container also. I just love the pattern in this, and I thought it would be pretty on a flower box. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this box, and then I'm going to cut the flaps off once it's done being painted, and then we're going to go ahead and start to cover it. Okay, so I covered my box. I just painted it with one coat. It didn't have to be perfect. There's a few imperfections on it, and that's okay. I cut off that top flap, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my foam in here, just to make it a little bit more sturdier. Let's see, I may want to, got some leftover foam here, and I may end up just gluing this in. So I've got like foam everywhere, so I'm going to use what I already have. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to glue this in. I just wanted to make sure it would fit, and this is fine. Even if it doesn't come all the way up to the top, I'm going to use some filler. For this, I'm going to use some moss to fill it up so it doesn't look so bare and open there. Let's see, make sure I got that right. Yeah. I'm just putting some glue on the bottom here. Nothing fancy. If you don't want this to be more permanent, then you don't have to glue that in. And if you want to give it like a certain weight, where you don't want it to be too, you want it to be a little bit heavier or weighted down, then you can add some rocks, but I think this will be fine. Sometimes I use those marbles in there to weigh it down also. Okay. That just makes my box a little bit more sturdier. And I went ahead and I painted the bottom of this box as well. Let me just put a little bit of glue in there too. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Nothing fancy. Okay, so that should be fine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, now when I use this and I put it on here, you can't see through it. So it's just basically you're using the paint as a cover-up. That's it. And that is going to look so pretty. And I think going with that darker color really helps. So I'm going to start on the corner here and just kind of wrap it right around. Let that fall to the ground. And I'm just going to use, let's see. I think 1, 2, 3 rows should do it. I think that should work. Let's see. So this is going to be the back of my box. And this is so light. This is extremely light that I don't even have to do much with it. Hold it down with that. I'm just going to take it in rows here. Basically just starting it out. And try not to burn myself with this. I still need to get those thumb protectors. Just the things I haven't gotten around to do yet. Okay, and I'm just going to put this right here. I'm just going to hold it down with this. Just like that. And sometimes there may be too much glue on there, but I could always just go back and neaten it up. Just peel the glue right off and it'll come off. And this is going to be the back part of my box, so I'm not really worried about it. So this is what I have so far. So what I'm going to do is, I could either go like this, or do another one here, and then do overlap just a little bit. See, overlap right here just a little bit. I can go up here. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's start on this side again. I think I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to just wrap another piece right around the middle section there. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. See, I'm just making this executive decision here. But you can do it however you want. If you prefer to do it differently, you can. Or you can take another piece of ribbon, like a solid red or green, and just wrap it right around that middle section too. So just giving you some other ideas that you can do. Okay. And this adheres extremely well to the box with just my glue gun. Don't need anything stronger than that. I'm thinking you probably could use Mod Podge also. And if you want to put a border around the top, you can. I think my flowers may end up covering that, so I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do a border. And it is coming along here. So when I first saw this ribbon in Dollar Tree, I wasn't sure how I was going to use it, but now I see. Sometimes the idea will come to you, but I try not to pick up something unless I'm going to really use it, even though I don't know what the plan is yet. Let's see, cut it right here. Yes, I'm not really concerned about that back part. But some of you may want to finish it off even neater than I did, so I hope this has given you a bunch of ideas, because you can get those cans out too and cover all of those cans as well in whatever theme you want. And look at that. Now when I put this on, that's going to look so cute. Oh my goodness. A mini burlap box. So I'm going to go ahead and put on this last layer right around the center here. But if you want, like I said, you can use like maybe a solid ribbon and go around the center as well. So it's just up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that off, and we'll be right back. This is what we have so far with it all covered. And look how cute that is. And it actually has a little bit of dimension to it when I put this right across there. So sometimes you just never know how something's going to come out. So now another idea that you can do is take maybe something like this. This is like a kind of a shimmery ribbon, also from Dollar Tree, and I can take that and I can just kind of add something to this if I wanted to have like a little bit of a border around the top. That's just another thing I can do. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to just start everything from that back end there and just put a little bit of this on here. And they have this in different colors. I think they have it in gold and also a green. So I think a green would be nice on there too. But I'm just using what I have right on hand here. So you can really have fun with this. There's no special way to do it. You just do it however you feel you like, using whatever colors you like. So all that ribbon that you've been saving, they have the plain burlap that you can use year round. I did do a project using that, and I will list that video below. I think I did something for fall, and I covered it with I believe it's a brown burlap, but I'll post that video so you can see it. I think it'll be another great idea for you. But I just love doing this type of stuff. No one's going to know that this is an oatmeal box unless they really, really look. And this is just so fun to do. Cut that off here. So I know those creative juices are flowing and y'all are just like, oh my goodness, I've got those boxes in my house. I've got the tissue boxes, you got the oatmeal cans. I think this will be a really pretty, something pretty to do on an oatmeal can as well. Okay, so now I'm going to, before I fill it, I'm going to put this on. And this is an ornament from the Dollar Tree. And they had one that said peace, love, and joy. So isn't that the cutest thing? So I thought this would go really nice right on here. Just like that. And I don't mind those holes, or I can put a gem to cover up those holes there. But look how cute that is. And I'm just going to hot glue it right on here. This will really stick to that burlap as well. It doesn't cost a lot to make something pretty. If you're having a Christmas party or you're decorating a table at your kid's school, this is a great way to make something that's very cost effective. And you can make a few of these too. So, all right, let's see what I got here as far as some gems. Let's see what I can find over here. I'll have to go back and find out where I put all my gems. Actually, I do have some here. See, I'm just making this up as I go. Put some red gems on there. Green would look pretty too. So I'm going to go ahead and just hot glue. I could always go back and clean it up a little bit. I'm going to put these gold ones on here. I think the gold will work because I have some in the top. The bouquet I'm going to add to this actually has some gold in it, so I think this will work. I think it'll kind of tie it in, just adding that little bit of gold. And these already have stickers on them, but I'm just covering up those holes there. And I could add more of these little gems to it if I want, but I think that's good. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I just got piles of stuff here on the floor. Just having a crafty day today. And look at that. So cute. I think adding that border around the top really helps. And if you want to do it around the bottom, you could do that too. Let's take a look and just see what that looks like. What do you think around the bottom too? I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and show you. Okay, so I did add that extra piece around the bottom, and I like that. I like the way that looks. Kind of finishes it off a little bit. It just adds to it. Just sometimes those little details. And so now I covered my table here because this stuff gets everywhere, but it's a great filler if you have like, if you're doing like a flower arrangement or something and you want to give more height to this, fill this in, you know, without having to use any more of those, that floral foam. So I'm just going to take this, and I got this from Dollar Tree. I've had this for about a year. So a little bit kind of goes a long way. So I'm just going to fill this top up with this stuff. And as messy as it is, I love this stuff. Pull that apart a little bit there. And I'm going to put my flowers in there. Yep, and this stuff is flying everywhere. I think that should be enough on there. Yep. You see why? Yeah, this stuff can be real messy. Okay, so now it's time to add some flowers. Okay, so this is what I have to decorate it with. These gold, pretty for the holidays. And then of course I got some red poinsettias. I think these will look pretty with some berries. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange this and see what happens. And so far, I think this is going to look really pretty. So let's put this in first. And I just kind of arrange as I go. And then if it doesn't look right, just pull it back out and start over till it looks right or looks the way you want it. So we put those aside. In there. Some berries up front there, since this is going to be my front area here. And that's looking pretty good right now. And I think these pieces I'm going to just kind of stick in, coming out higher than the others. So let's see how that looks. This is what we have so far. Just like that. Push this in a little bit more. And sometimes I just go back and keep arranging them. And some of these are like the older flowers that I had from last year. Some of these are from last year. So you just pull everything you have out of there and just start putting stuff together. Show y'all what that looks like. I'll have a really good picture for you at the end so that you can really see what this looks like, because this is so pretty. I'm really liking the way this is turning out. And I don't think I have any more of these red poinsettias, so I'm going to add some roses in there. Some red roses. Who says you can't add what you want in there? So look how pretty that looks so far. And if you want your flowers to be higher, you can. It's just up to you. Let's see. I got enough gold in there. Okay, so I've got these. Look what I've got. I've got some red roses here that just happen to be in my stash. And I'm going to put a rose in there because who says I can't, right? We make up our own rules, right? I'm just going to tuck that in there just to kind of fill it in a little bit more. And then wherever I see, I want this to be really full. So wherever I feel like it needs something, just add these right in. And that is looking really good. Put a rose right in there. I've had these roses sitting in here for a long time, and I just noticed them because I needed some red stuff. Okay, now, here's what we got so far. Look how pretty. And if you want, you could use all red roses if you want. It's still gonna be holiday-like, so you can add all red roses in there. Let's see. And I'm always cutting away more stuff just because. And I am not a professional flower arranger, by no means. But this looks really good. And no one is going to know that this is an oatmeal box. So now one other thing that you could do, I'm thinking about doing, I'm not sure, is I was thinking of adding maybe a ribbon somewhere in here, but I think it's just going to be too much for that. So I was going to try to add a ribbon somewhere in the top here. But I think it'll be too much for this. I think this is fine just the way it is. Sometimes you just have to quit while you're ahead. So I hope this inspired you. If you haven't subscribed to our crafty family yet, please go ahead and subscribe and comment below what you would use this ribbon to cover, because you can do cans. If you have oatmeal containers, like the round cylinder ones, you could always do those too. So I'm so glad that you joined me for this, and I will see you real soon. Bye.